Hey, I'm Ryan Petry here in Crested Butte, Colorado, about to start the best week ever.
Woo!
We gotta get off this mountain. So this week I'm celebrating all the reasons that I love riding my bike. I'm gonna be riding from Crested Butte back to Boulder, Colorado, my hometown, stopping in Aspen, Leadville, Vail, Breckenridge, Winter Park, and then back to Boulder. At each stop, I'm gonna be meeting up with a different local rider who's gonna be showing me the best spots in town, as well as taking me on a classic trail ride. Plus, we'll be transferring from town to town, which will add up to over 300 miles over the week. 7 iconic mountain towns in 7 days. It's gonna be a whole lot of biking, but a whole lot of fun. I'm pumped. Let's get started. Okay, so these are all the best week ever routes. Crested Butte to Aspen, Aspen to Leadville, Leadville to Vail, Vail to Breck, Breck to Winter Park, and Winter Park to Boulder.
My name is Dave Wiens. I live in Gunnison, 28 miles down the road. I've lived in the Gunnison Valley, Gunnison Crested Butte area for well over 30 years.
Good to see you. Good to see you, bud. Thanks
You
so
too.
much for coming.
I might need a second just to make sure my bike's good to go.
Dude, this is the best bike for out here. How'd you first get into mountain biking?
Oh, it was early 80s when I first noticed the mountain bike. When I came back in 87, and I've lived in Gunnison now since 87, my buddies were racing bikes, so it was really easy just to slot in with them. As an expert, I was an expert that first season. Experts started with the pros, so I got to start racing against those guys right away and getting, crushed by them. But at least you could kind of see, what it would take to keep up with them, and a very interesting time.
So at what point did you start taking mountain biking seriously, where it was okay, I can actually maybe be able to do this and make money?
I started taking it seriously right away because I was always competitive, and I had some decent results in the expert class. That was a half a season. I raced in 87 and then turned pro in 88, got myself up on the podium and earned myself a little picture in mountain bike action because that was the social media of the day. That was it. A name to watch, Dave Wiens.
So what do you think about how Crested Butte's become this big destination? Obviously it's gotten quite a bit more popular.
The mountains have really attracted a lot more people than, of course, when I first came here, but at some point I came here as a bit of an interloper compared to the people who were here then.
Right.
And a lot of people will lament how busy these places have become, and it's also it's natural. I mean, this is an appealing place. The quality of life is what I think is really starting to be important to people, and there's a good quality of life in a place like this, whether you're living here or visiting. It's just a fun place to be. So back in the late 80s and the early 90s, we would race through these alleys and use Elk Avenue. Racing through the alleys was super fun.
So you guys just be ripping through these alleys?
Yeah, oh yeah, just ripping up or down, and yeah, it would be a 10 or 12 lap race.
Cool. So where are we going today? What's our ride of choice?
So we're gonna do Baxter Gulch, the Carbon Trail, and Green Lake Trail. And it's one I like just because it's an easy ride from town. It's the closest really good sort of backcountry-ish single track loop to Crested Butte.
Dave's killing me even though he did a 70-mile gravel race yesterday. Trying to conserve. You can only conserve so much on these hills.
What level of rider do you think this would be a good trail for?
You'd want to be an experienced rider with good judgment. You know, there's definitely some climbing that requires some fitness and some technical climbing with rocks and roots. And you're out here a little bit, even though town is right there. You know, if something happens up in this area, you're a ways from home. So, you know, an advanced intermediate rider that has good judgment. That's the main thing with mountain biking.
Well, we made it.
That was awesome.
It's good loop.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking me on that.
Yeah. Thanks for going.
2,000 feet of climbing, 12 miles, hour 45. So now I gotta load the Grand Traverse route on my thing so I don't get completely lost. Really appreciate it.
Very much. Well, have fun. Good luck today, Ryan.
All right, yeah, thanks, man.
I say it's gonna be dry.
Okay, I'm hoping. Is this mine?
Yep.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna do it. Try to get to Aspen by, I think 7:30 is realistic.
Like if you're on something like this and something really goes wrong with your bike, you're then hiking 30 miles.
Yeah, that's why I train hiking and running. So I know worse comes worse, I'm not gonna die. Seriously though. All right, so I just finished riding with Dave. It was super fun. And now part 2, heading to Aspen over the Grand Traverse route, like 40 miles with 7,000 feet of climbing. Pretty gnarly terrain. I'm a little nervous. It's a lot of riding and there's a chance it rains. So but you gotta get there somehow. So here goes nothing.
All right, we'll see ya.
All right, see you on the road.
I got bad thoughts that make my mind scared. Hold me hostage and they don't fight fair. Who gon' pray for me and wipe on my tears? Who gon' save me if you not right here? Move this darkness and make my sight clear. Take me your way cause I don't like here. Ghosts of my past, they feeling the night air. Wake me up, I'm trapped in my nightmares.
All right, so I just got to where Rue and Danny stopped, heading over the Grand Traverse. Solo mission, so using the GoPro and the iPhone to show you how crazy this thing is. Well, I'm officially soaked. Here's where it really starts to ramp up. 50 minutes in. I'm 2 hours in, so I'm trying to stay on top of hydration. Don't miss river crossings to filter some water. The flow of this filter is absolute garbage. It's like everything I can do just to stay on my bike. Yeah, at almost 12,000 feet, it's tough to catch up. So it's starting to rain. Doesn't seem like it'd be terrible. I'm hoping it doesn't come down too hard. It's definitely picking up. So just keep moving. I'm a little tired. It's really hard. All right, so we're here on the top of Aspen. I'm happy to be here because I've been on the Grand Traverse route from Crested Butte for the last 5.5 hours and 6,500 feet of climbing. And it's all downhill into Aspen from here, so happy to stop and take in the view a little bit. I've never been so happy to see a ski resort in the summer.
I was made for this.
Soaked and freezing.
Oh,
You all right?
Yeah.
Dude, that must have been awful. It's a quest.
Yeah.
Especially after riding with Dave.
You had a raincoat and
I did. It rained. I wasn't fully prepared.
oh my god.
but I was good.
I was worried, dude. You look
Yeah.
good. Nice
Yeah.
to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
so much for meeting.
For sure. What? Do you want to get some food and have a beer? And
Yeah, that'd be great.
hang out?
This is the spot, huh?
I know.
Well, made it to Aspen. That was a serious adventure. The Grand Traverse has become one of my favorite rides, and I think it's because it kind of defines the type of riding that I love to do. I mean, to be able to go from Crested Butte to Aspen, it's a 3-hour car ride, but I can have this big, awesome adventure right up and over the mountains in only 30 miles. To start the day with a ride with Dave Wiens, a 6-time Leadville 100 winner who I've looked up to since I started the sport, and then to have a beer with Chris Davenport, somebody who I've only been able to read about in magazines, that's pretty cool. And that's one thing I love about this sport, the people that you get to meet and the experiences that you get to have through a bicycle. I've been to Aspen a few times, but never like this. Really looking forward to getting the ultimate tour guide from Chris tomorrow. But first, I desperately need a shower and some sleep.
Met up with Ryan, ripped down the road, crashed real good one time, and kept cruising.